So I call that the circle of destiny, because we sometimes think that we have no control over our destiny, but this little exercise shows us that it's a circle and that we don't have to settle for a nasty destiny. So here's your negative thinking leading to negative attitudes, negative unfriendly words, negative action being taken, some bad habits forming, and of course the result being poor outcomes. Okay? My suggestion is that we can enrich our destiny and make things a positive experience by just having more positive thoughts about that. Think about some of the biggest problems you've got in your life. Think about some of the biggest relationship issues you've got. How might you change things, improve things, by just changing your thinking a little bit? Okay? It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it can be done. And you can get a different result, a positive result. Okay, so the bottom line is the key to your destiny is in your hand. We have the key to our own destiny. We can shape our own future. That's pretty exciting to me. You're nodding, do you agree? Is that an exciting concept? Yeah? Do you wish that a lot of young people could maybe see it this way? Would that solve problems for a lot of our young people? I mean, it may take them a long time to come to understand that, right? Because these are pretty mature thoughts. But if we can start to get people thinking that way, will it help? Impact of a message. We know that words are important, obviously. This chart shows 7% is the value or the proportion that we put on the words. The communications that we have in our life and that we put out or that we receive, 7% of the significance of the communication, only 7% is in the actual words used. And yet, how often have you heard somebody say, well, I'm preparing for a tough meeting with my boss or one of my subordinates or whatever, and they spend all this time writing out what they're going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Isn't it true that the words aren't that important? It's not really important. The 7%, it's only 7% of the message. What's really important, most important, is your body language. Even babies can pick up things like, they say, facial gestures. Even babies can pick them up. So if babies can pick them up, and if animals can follow body gestures, and if they pay that much attention, then how important are they? They're hugely important. So for example, if I was talking to you, and I'm using good words, and I'm talking about what a great contribution you're making to the company, but if I'm looking really nasty when I'm saying it, if what's coming across is, I think you've done a pretty good job, and I think you're probably a pretty good guy, you know. What's coming across? You're not listening to the words. Your real focus is on the body language, or maybe it's the tone of the voice. Tone of voice, speed of voice. We can use the same things. I like you. I like you. I like you. Oh, you know. Sorry. Are you okay? Wait a second. Yeah, she's fine. But you know, this is what we pay attention to. I just said I liked her and she jumped. What's with that? Come on, I like you a lot. You know, and I like her. I really do. You know. So the fact of the matter is that what's really more overriding than anything else is the body, the voice, the tone, the speed, the emotions that go into that voice. I mean, they say that you can hear a person smile. I think that's in your office. You can hear a person smile. It's true, you can. You can also hear them grimace, and you can hear them frown. There's all kinds of things that come off, even on the phone. You're watching me now as I try to communicate. You're listening to the words, but more than anything else, you're responding to and seeing the body language. It's either positive. I'm either a positive speaker, and you're going to be maybe receptive to that. If you thought I was a negative speaker, you would probably say, well, I don't care what he's saying. I'm not listening. I'm not receiving this because this guy's pretty negative. You know, really, he's pretty negative.